Hey guys, happy day after Thanksgiving. I hope it was an amazing holiday for you. I hope that it was filled with joy despite all the craziness. And most importantly, I hope that you ate a disgusting amount of food, as did I. So in the holiday spirit, I have made a very special video for you today. I am doing a 3-month GinaCurl update. Now I know, I just uploaded my GinaCurl video 2 weeks ago. But I assure you it has indeed been 3 months since I got it. And a lot has changed since I got my GinaCurl. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what the GinaCurl is like now, how it's treating me, and then I also want to answer some questions that you guys have been asking. I've gotten a ton of questions from friends, from family, from the strangers on the internet who have now become my friends and family. That's you. I want to answer all of those questions for you today in this video. I know, super exciting, right? You ready? Now, getting a GinaCurl is kind of like having a baby, right? We all see those pictures, stay with me. We all see those pictures of newborn babies in the hospital and they're all swaddled and they're all cute and they look up at you and you grab your finger, but then you have to take that baby home. And that baby changes and it is not the same baby that you got in the hospital. The GinaCurl is kind of like that. So first things first, the main 2 ways that my GinaCurl has changed since I got it are in curl pattern and in new growth. So the curl pattern of the GinaCurl has 100% changed since I got it. And honestly, that wasn't surprising for me. When I was getting my GinaCurl, as they were styling me, they explained, your curls are gonna get bigger, your curls are gonna stretch out, and they're gonna go up 2 perm rod sizes by the time you're ready for your touch-up. If you remember what the curls looked like from my first video, they were very tight, they were very bouncy, they were very vibrant, they were very new. And now my curls are they're a little bit older. They've lived life, you know, they have a job, they have a mortgage, they've seen both the beauty and the ugly in the world. Like they're more mature curls, and that's okay. I've had to change up my products a little bit. Now I use a styling cream with a little bit more hold, and I'm just adapting to my new hair texture as it's changing. And I'm okay with that. It's an imperfect process, right? These are not my real curls. They are artificial curls. They created a new hair texture in me. We live in a fallen world. Not everything's gonna be perfect. And Miss Gina she's not Dumbledore, but still, like, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but you know, I'm gonna have to toot it. The curls are still very nice. They're still beautiful curls. They're just not the same curls I originally had, and that's okay. Now, the second thing has changed, as I mentioned, is the new growth. So let me tell you about the new growth. That actually sounds like I'm about to tell you some like juicy, sordid, like mildly inappropriate details, kind of like, you know, like spilling the tea, like, girl, let me tell you about the new growth, but hold on, girl, because you can't trust everybody. You never know who's around, who's listening. I now have 2 different textures on my head, and overall, that's been fine. From a styling standpoint, from an aesthetic standpoint, it hasn't been a huge issue. For me, personally, it has been a little bit challenging. I am a type A person. I am a clean freak. I am a germaphobe. I am a neat freak. I may or may not have some control issues, but that's another video. I just like things orderly. So psychologically speaking, I'm not a huge fan of having the 2 different textures, but aesthetically speaking, like I said, it looks okay. You guys be the judge. Now let's get into some questions that a lot of you have been asking about the GinaCurl. Let's start with the simple stuff. One of the questions that I've gotten is, how often do you need to get touch-ups? And the answer to that is a very simple, every 6 months. Every half a year, twice a year, every 2-3 month periods, biannually. I have no more for you. Every 6 months you get a touch-up. Some people, probably me in the future, who have trouble with the new growth, who are not a huge fan of it, do push it up to every 5 months, but mostly, and what the suggestion is every 6 months you get a GinaCurl touch-up. Next question. Somebody asked me, how do I sleep? I sleep using a very cool contraption called the Scrunch It. It is a bonnet that's specifically designed for people with curly hair. What you do, it's pretty cool, is you flip your hair upside down, put your hair in this bonnet, and then there's actually this drawstring that you can pull that scrunches your curls while you sleep. It works quite well, but let me just say, so you're not surprised, so your spouse is not surprised, it's not cute. I walk by the mirror sometimes and I'm like, I look like black female Toadstool from Mario Kart. Toad's cute, but he's not supposed to be in human form. Praise God for unconditional love, and praise God for a spouse who loves me for what's on the inside and not what's on the outside, because girl, it's not pretty. So some people wanted to know about picking a perm rod size. How do you figure out what kind of curls you want? How do you figure out what kind of perm rod you need to achieve those curls? And the answer to that is pretty simple. I did a lot of recon before my GinaCurl. I looked at a lot of Instagram photos on the Hair's Talent Instagram page and screenshot a bunch of pictures of curls I liked and a bunch of curls I didn't like as much. And for me, those curls were the more loose, wavy, Jerry curl-esque looking curls. Now, if that's you, if that's what you like, girl, do you and rock it. You're gonna look beautiful because you feel confident about it. I realize that might have come off a little shady. It wasn't supposed to be shady. What I'm trying to say is that if you like the curls that you have picked, you rock them. For me, I liked a little bit more of a bouncy, more natural appearing curl. I liked a little bit of more of like a 3C texture. So that's what I chose. So I went to Hair's Talent, I showed Miss Gina pictures of the curls I liked, curls I didn't like, what I wasn't trying to achieve. And very quickly, like in the first maybe 4 seconds, she was like, oh, you need pink. And I was like, what, you sure? Because I had spent months like thinking about what perm rod size I need, and she had decided my fate. And so I was like, but really, it turned out okay. It was exactly the curl pattern I wanted, so she knows her stuff. I imagine that you could probably even bring her pictures of curls that aren't GinaCurls, and she could probably tell you what size you need, so don't worry too much about that. Here are the questions that most people want to know. The first question, which I think is hugely important and was hugely important for me as I was deciding whether or not to get the GinaCurl, was, have you experienced any breakage with the GinaCurl? And guys, the answer to that question is a resounding no. My hair breaks when I break it. So if I put in a tight scrunchie and then I rip it out, like, my hair is gonna break. But other than that, my hair stays on my head. Now, of course, I shed, right? Like, I'm a mammal. I'm supposed to shed. Most mammals or all mammals? But I shed, right? Like, you shed 50 to 100 hairs a day. That's normal. But breakage is not normal. And I'm really experiencing very little to no breakage with my GinaCurl. And certainly infinitely less breakage than I did when I was natural. It is night and day. I kid you not. Guys, I know. If I was you listening to me right now, I would be skeptical too, right? Because I have a chemical in my hair. So how is it that my chemically treated hair is breaking less than my natural hair? And I think it's really a combination of two things. One, I got rid of my dead ends. I got a trim with the GinaCurl. But two, my hair right now is so much more hydrated than it has ever been when I was natural. Right now, I wash my hair twice a week. Wednesdays, I shampoo and condition, and then Saturdays, I shampoo and condition and deep condition as well. So just with that, I'm deep conditioning once a week, like clockwork, right? Because it's so easy and it's so quick, I can stick to that schedule. But also, in between washes, I really am wetting my hair so much more frequently than I did when I was natural. Because when I was natural, I was kind of avoiding water. Even though I knew that's what my hair needed, I was still trying to moisturize my hair quite frequently. But there were some days where I decided, okay, I'm not going to wet my hair because it's going to ruin the style that I've taken hours to achieve. Now that I have a GinaCurl, I can wet my hair pretty much every day, at minimum every other day, which is what I do. So my hair is just so much healthier than it was before. I am actually seeing my hair get longer before my eyes, and honestly, this is the first time in my life that I can remember actually having that experience. So all my hair is staying on my head and my hair is growing, and it's been super cool. So if you are worried about breakage with the GinaCurl, don't be. That's it. Now here's the question. Here's the question that everybody wants to know. How much did I pay? I wanted to know the answer to that question when I was about to get my GinaCurl. And I feel like a lot of people are really like hush-hush private about this kind of stuff. And I'm not sure why, because it's not like anybody's asking you how much is in your 401k. It's not like anybody's asking you like what's your deepest fear. You know, have you ever hit somebody? Like I don't know. But it's a huge secret for some people. For me, I am very, very, very comfortable with telling you guys that I paid $850 for my GinaCurl. $850, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of coins, that's a lot of quarters, that's a lot of dimes, that's a lot of nickels, and it is a whole bunch of pennies. I know. I don't take that lightly. I don't want you guys to walk away from this video thinking, oh, Amanda's got it like that. She just dropped $850 like it was nothing, like it was lightweight. No, I recognize that $850 is a lot of money, and it was a lot of money for me too. Fortunately, I am of Jamaican ancestry, so I do have more than one job. Funnily enough, I actually had 3 jobs senior spring of college. It might have been 4, but I had at least 3 jobs senior spring of college in order to support my chicken wing habit. Now, I still have a chicken wing habit now, but fortunately, I haven't had to get a second job to cover that, but I did get a second side gig to help supplement the cost of my GinaCurl, just because it's a luxury item. It's not like a daily expense that's absolutely necessary. It's a nice to have, not a need to have. The GinaCurl does start at around $550, I think, and then it goes up depending on your hair length and depending on what you've done to your hair, what condition your hair is in. So basically the process works, you go online, you fill out a consultation form, you take a bunch of pictures of your hair, you talk about what chemicals you've put in your hair, if any, in the last 5 years, and then they give you a quote depending on all that information. My price based on my length and based on my hair texture, I assume, was $850. When I go back for my touch-up, so your first touch-up will cost the same amount as you paid for your first GinaCurl appointment. Then after that, your second touch-up, they're going to reprice you based on your hair length. So that will probably go up because my hair is growing. So it's only going to get a little bit more expensive from here. Is my GinaCurl worth $850 to me? And you can tell from the rhetorical way in which I've posed and set up this question, the answer is yes. Positively, without a doubt, yes. My GinaCurl has changed my everyday life. It has changed my level of satisfaction with my hair. It has changed my schedule. It has allowed me to sleep longer because I can get ready in the morning faster. I have healthier hair than I did before. I can get caught in the rain. I can go swimming without having to, well, I haven't been swimming yet, but theoretically, in the future, when I go on vacation, when the pandemic decides to get itself together, I can go swimming and not have to go back to the hotel room and put this much gel and just bathe in it in order to get my hair back to the state that it was before I went swimming. So there are daily things that the GinaCurl does for me that honestly are probably worth a little bit more than $850 to me. But that's just me, and you have to decide, one, if that's financially feasible for you or not. Don't go hungry trying to do your hair. That's just general rule. But also, is that worth it to you? And if it's not, cool. If it is, go for it. As long as you can pay your bills, as long as you're not sacrificing things that are more important, do you. Like you work hard for your money, you should be able to enjoy it. That's my philosophy. That's me. So I am still very much in love with my GinaCurl. Even though the curl pattern has changed, I still love the curl definition that I get. I still do love the curl pattern. And even despite the new growth, which personally does bother me a little bit, I still think it looks very, very nice. And I'm super satisfied. I have 0.0 regrets. Overall, it is a 9.95 for me. Out of 10. So I will be planning on uploading another update video for you probably in about 3 months, right before my next touch-up, so you can kind of see how it's looking like when it's on its last leg, because I think that's going to be important. But if you have any questions or comments before then and you want me to do another Q&A with you, I am happy to do that. So post any questions you have down below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can, either through the comments or with the other video. So don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment below this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you know you want more videos. I mean, come on, like why are we playing these games? Just subscribe, just do it. So just so you guys know, my next video, I'm gonna be trying a new beauty trend. What will it be? So thanks for joining me, guys. I hope that you have a great holiday weekend. I hope that you stay safe and happy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.